Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here. Got another Cavalier boss fight video for you. This is Gwenpool in Chapter 2.1, and let's get into the clips. Alright, we're strolling up to the first Gwenpool. This is in Cavalier, Chapter 2.1. She's got a combo shield, combo up, Lifecycle, bleed vulnerability, shifting immunity, and then while they're down, each attack, they're knocked down, inflicted with a non-damaging debuff. Okay, so I went on the left side and I built up Venom the Duck. It was kind of a pain with the Extinction Protocol, so I didn't get like the best RNG. I just kind of took with what I could get, and so I got a whole bunch of crits and regens and a couple power gains. And so we're going to try to get this girl to bleed. Not bleeding. So her combo's going to go up, which is going to eventually reduce the ability accuracy. We'll see how that works out. I don't have Gwenpool awakened as a 5-star, so I haven't used her a ton. I know she's a really good champ. Oh yeah, there, I couldn't parry. It's the defensive ability accuracy. So I still got my offensive ability accuracy. It's gonna be interesting. Here, let's try to get some of these shields knocked down. Her specials and whatnot aren't hard to bait, and I mean I have her in the map 7 EQ, and a lot of times I take her noted, where she has like full immunity with Omega on the poison path in tier 2. Let's see. There's that knockdown. Let's get some buffs up. So we're just gonna have to get her knocked, do like a heavy knockdown, and then get her with the special. I'm not gonna be able to parry. Probably save just for an L3 and finish her off that way. With the Lifecycle node. Come on. All of those buffs go to waste because she wouldn't throw a special. Another knockdown. Let's get some armor on her. See if that won't melt her pretty good. Oh, it's okay. Block bait those heavies. There we go. Yeah, I'll just do that. Hit her with an L3. Gonna have to come around though again. Okay, here we go. It would have been nice if I had some attack buffs. Let's hit her with the armor. And Venom the Duck, he's such a sustainable champ. Alright, so let's see if I can't. I should have knocked her down first. Alright. Let's go back around, do that one more time. Oh. That was, did I have a knockdown? Did that was interesting. I'll have to look at that. I don't know if the armor, the armor, toxic armor did that or what. Plus assassin, I don't know. I don't think I had the shield down, but maybe I did. Alright, Gwenpool's down. Come back around and get her again. Alright, pulling up to Gwenpool for the second time. And I used Aegon on this last path. Once you get to a combo of, 300, you can get the buffed up requirement with the true accuracy and the Furies. I'm just gonna go in here. Aegon's not very healthy, but I think I can do it. We shall see. I just gotta remember that I'm gonna lose my parries at some point. And I'm just gonna knock this chick down a few times. And if you get to an L3, I have a big combo, which will get a stun. It'll knock her down, and I should be able to just finish her off. So let's see how this goes. Get a few L1 knockdowns here and there. There's the parries are gone. But she is going down super fast. And even those hits into the block are 3K. Oh, I gotta build up to a special 3. Got there too fast. And the blood in the water could probably kill her as well if I got a L2 bleed off. Alright, this will get her knocked down, stunned, and then I'll just knock her out. Not too bad, 23% to 14%. Alright, Gwenpool. She's pretty simple, straightforward boss. You just gotta watch out for that ability accuracy reduction on the stuns. And you might think you have, because her combo consistently gets built up. So let's come around again and see what we can do. Alright, we're coming up to Gwenpool again. This is round 3. I just went through the middle path with Corvus and I had Heimdall, Angela, and Magik on the team so that I could get the Fury and the Precision buff when you dash back and hold block, and that gave me enough buffs to use Corvus on that path. Barely made it through, but it's down. Had some fights that I really wanted Corvus for like MODOK and Killmonger. And this time we're just going to go in with AA, and we should just be able to melt this chick. See, we're gonna get the Fury and the Precision, and then I'm not gonna worry about heavies at the moment because I can't bleed her. And then we're gonna go in 2 heavies. I gotta be able to well, I can't convert them because she's gonna be, am I gonna survive that? AA was not a good decision. I was thinking the bleed vulnerability. She's vulnerable to bleed. Can't say that word. Tongue-tied. But I'm not gonna get the neuros because she's gonna be poison immune. So that's just dumb on my part. Still gonna get this fight though. Come on. Throw your special. Seriously? There we go. That was weird. My finger slipped in. Alright. We can finish this off. Right? At least the L3 game, just like I did with Aegon, should work really well. If I light off that L3 while she is in the poison, then she should melt. Like, hopefully can get some bleeds on, and then she's got that. She's vulnerable to bleed. So the damage coming out of the L3 with that stun will be good. Alright, so I've maxed out the Lifecycle shield. So I'm just gonna build to L3 here. I think I should get there around the time that I get to L3. Alright, it'd be great if I could get, there we go, get some bleeds on. Hopefully this won't knock her out all the way. I don't think it will. Get some stun action. Yes. Knock her out. Oh, I can't knock her out with a special. Whew. That was close, but she's down after getting smacked. Thinking that I could poison her and neurotoxin her. Not a good plan, but still worked it out. I'm gonna come back around with somebody else. Alright, this is a voiceover, not a live recording when I had this going. But we're gonna go up with against Gwenpool with Silver Surfer. And I just really like Silver Surfer. While his damage output may not be like a Ghost or to be super awesome, maybe like a Quake or something. He's just really unique, and I really like his playstyle. And you know, on this one, you know, the health pool is quite large, but because you don't have like your parries after it's probably around 30 combo or so when her combo meter, as it keeps rising, you lose that ability accuracy on defensively. It kind of messes with the rotation that you can get going. Here I got all 3 buffs on me. I got 1 power gain, 2 attack, and 2 armor ups, the 2 furies and the 2 armor ups. And you know, he's doing 1,000 extra energy damage per hit with those buffs up. I let the power gain fall off, use the heavy to phase and re-trigger that, and I'm trying to work back to my L3. And I probably, do I let this fall off? Yeah, I let it fall off, trigger it, throw the L3, and we're gonna get that aptitude buff up, and that's gonna help increase the damage output and enhance all of my buffs. And just trying to keep an eye on that power gain buff. I know I do mess up and I do let it fall off, and I think I try to trigger it, and I trigger it early, and it puts 2 on, and because of that right here, yeah, so I was a little bit early, so it puts 2 on, it doesn't refresh the other buffs, so that kind of stinks. So these are all gonna fall off, which is really unfortunate, but she's almost down. And I just, you know, I feel like if you play with Silver Surfer enough, trying to get into his rotation is generally pretty easy. I mean, you do have occasions where it falls off like that, but his damage output is pretty good. And, you know, when he's got enough buffs on his L2, so there, at Dex, I hit my L2 right when I get the first attack in, so I get the 3 buffs, and I get the unblockable, and you know, it's some good damage, and it's really easy to get hits when you're fully unblockable. And boom, Gwenpool's down. Pretty easy fight, went pretty well, not perfect, but well. Didn't take too much damage. 98 hits to 0. It's not too bad, and it's just fun. I just really like his flow. So there, Gwenpool is down, and we're gonna move on to the next one, and this is the final path. I did get my Medusa kill. I think I died to the Rhino. Got some unblockables on me, and got that Instinction Protocol, which kind of sucks. So I'm gonna go in here with Venom. I lost a bit of health earlier on. I tried to regen a bunch of that back on the fight before this, which was Hella, and I got some, but nothing significant. The Extinction Protocol node is really kind of a pain. You know, you get like 2 to 3 hits towards the end of the fight, and they're already at almost like 2 bars of power because their power gain is so good. But Venom is a good option here because you can put those bleeds on, and the bleed vulnerability can really put out some damage. I like playing with Venom. Venom's fun. You can get a ton of buffs. He can put out some damage on the L2s. So here I'm trying to throw my L2s while she's bleeding in that bleed phase, and that's gonna give me some extra damage because she's bleeding, but then those bleeds are gonna fall off. So I'm just trying to cycle to where I have enough power to where I'm gonna be throwing an L2 while she's bleeding. I didn't get any bleeds triggered on that one, so I didn't get that much damage output. And then somewhere in this fight, not too far away, I'm gonna mess up. I think I'm gonna start trying to just be more aggressive here, some like draft back intercepts against the wall, and I keep trying that, and I'm gonna get tagged right there. I do have the Heimdall synergy. It saves my bacon for like a hit or 2, but I was bleeding, and I end up dying to Gwenpool. Should have just played it more safe, but I'm just trying to be super aggressive. Didn't work out, so I'm coming back in with Magik. And Magik, I didn't use her at all in this quest, even though I had her on my team like almost every path for the synergy to trigger I think it's a crit buff, and then with Hela you get the Fury buff with the Heimdall synergy, and those two really help to pretty much allow a lot of options for the buffed up path, because you get 2 buffs just from those 2 dashing back. So here I'm fighting her, and I totally forget. Well, one, I get smacked big. Luckily I didn't get any bleeds on me. Got lucky there. But I totally forgot about the synergy. So I haven't dashed back and held block yet. But at one point, I think right there, I'm like, ooh, I saw that I got that timer triggered. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't see it. But at one point, I do remember, oh, I need to dash back and get my crit and my fury, which is going to help out with the damage. But the one thing that Magik isn't maybe the best here, and granted my Magik is only a Sig 20, she's rank 5, and she is a great champ. Her power control is amazing. And in this fight, I mean, I did have a power lock going, and I had the draft back intercept game going, but we're off, and I was getting towards the end. I'm like, okay, so I'm throwing off some L1s right now, and I'm thinking I need to get that Lifecycle shield down to the max, which I just did. And so it has the max duration, but I'm thinking, how am I gonna get the kill with Magik here easily? And I'm just hammering away thinking, okay, well, if I do a heavy like that and then I do a special, is that gonna kill her? And you know, it just crossed my mind that Gwenpool is not going to die with one of my special, because that's one of her SIG abilities, is that she can pretty much eat special attacks and survive. And so I'm like, So like right there, that's when I'm like, oh, that sucks. That L1 would have killed her, but the SIG ability saved her. So I heavied her, hit into the L1. I'm like, this is gonna be a little bit more tricky than the other fights where, you know, you can stun them through your special, or you have a special that puts on a debuff. But Magik doesn't have that. She does have her limbo though. Now my Magik is not high sig, so the chance of going into limbo is significantly less. I'm only sig 20. And with like a full max sig, it's like 100% chance when you hit a bar of power that you're gonna hit limbo. And so I'm trying to get my heavies off, and then I'm like, okay, but 10% is a lot of damage for Magik to take, especially when she's not doing a special. And so you can see like those L1s that I'm doing while the shield is down, I'm like, that should have killed her, but the SIG ability is saving her butt, and then just back up to 10% again. I'm like, ugh. Is this gonna last forever? And I don't have much health left, but I'm gonna keep trying and see what I can do. And I get in a cheeky heavy there that I just about got smacked on. I didn't die, got kind of lucky there, but I'm like, the L1 is not gonna do it. So I end up here at some point going to save to an L2, and I'm like, well, maybe I can like steal some power, do something here. I'm at 2%. I got like no blocks left. I still do have the Heimdall synergy that can save my bacon, but that's only gonna be for so much. So here she's at 6%. I hit her with an L2. Is this the end? She's got some power, I steal it, and it goes into limbo. It was just enough to where that limbo ticked over and didn't kill her, but the limbo killed her off. So I figured out there. Granted, Magik is not the best option, but I kind of brought a weaker team and was kind of messing around with that buffed up path. It worked out. So chapter 2.1 is done. And thanks for watching, fellas. Got any comments, throw them in the comment section. I'll answer them, and I'll see you guys in the next one.